Let me explain to people so my nice family members don't have it wrong. If I'm angry, it's for the fact that I'm involved in a scam that my mother did. My mother and her sisters did a scam. So I'm angry for it. I've never had any memory issues ever in my entire life. There's been gathered and spread false information from unreliable sources. In 2016, I wasn't knocked out unconscious or anything like this. Brett Aikenhead got his friend Peter Fry to drug me on G. He drugged me so much on G in a large glass of cola that I collapsed in Rushconnors Bay Park. I knew this. Why didn't you ask me? I never had any memory issues to do that with St. Vincent's either. When I woke up and they asked me, I knew exactly what was going on. And I thought, fuck, I've got it. So I didn't want anything to be put down formally. So I said, I don't remember. No, I did. Peter Fry drugged me on G to whatever they were up to. Brett Aikenhead, a dirty little Aboriginal cunt, and his friend Peter Fry. They should have been arrested. I spoke to Giovanni Consalvo about it straight away, and he said, nothing's going to show up in your toxicology reports. It's G. I'm like, they're fucking doing this, a group of criminals. A scummy little fucking abo cunt that needs his head smacked in, like, which is pretty much the whole dirty fucking race of abos. Piece of shit. Okay, him and his friend did that deliberately. There is no memory loss. And again, I told my entire medical team to not use the neuropsych report that Marcelo Rodriguez did because it's tainted. I had a gutful by this stage in 2014, so I had to do a neuropsych report, and I'll tell you exactly what happened. Marcelo Rodriguez, I walked up to, and I should not have done this, but I was furious. Okay, it had no weight bearing on anything, and I was just sick and tired of going around in circles. And by this stage, I was sick of being lied about and watching my mother try to use my misfortunate event of being mugged after work for her little scam. I'll give you an exact example of that. Is in 2013, it was about 2013, 2014, around the same time. We're actually, no, it was more 2014. I was at the end of 2013 to 2014, where they're at the Freemason nursing home called Moonby House, and Mum is there talking about her husband, Mark Rackley. I'm from her first husband, a builder, Mark Fleming. They're two different people. We're going around these circles quite a lot. Now, Daniel Rackley, Mark Rackley's son, lived in Tembo from 95. I'm Justin Fleming, not Rackley. No one ever knew me as Rackley, and the scummy little dirty lowlife up there kept being told that. So I'm the one that rode horses. Daniel was the one that involved in drugs. Two different people. Now, Daniel affiliated with all the nurses and deadbeat lowlife scum pieces of shit in that area like his father did, including Rebels bikie gang members, and he was involved heavily in criminal behaviour and illicit drugs. Now, these losers would attach his wrong or his behaviour onto me. This is a fact. I can go back to 1996 when shit like this was going on. I'm there going, I'm living at Empire Bay, which I was. I wasn't even fucking there. Daniel Rackley got himself in some strife at the Oasis Hotel. Well, Daniel Rackley and Mark Rackley lived next door to the Oasis Hotel at one stage. And so this has been going on for years. So my little scamming piece of shit mother, this is what makes me furious. My mother's scamming. She should be in jail. Robin Childs, Christy Childs, Mary Mahowski, and my twin sister. I'm sick and tired of this. I'm so sick and tired of it. That whole group of scummy piece of shit arseholes caused so much trouble in my life in two countries that's making me furious that they're not arrested. Like, they are permanently, they're cunts. I hate their guts. I absolutely fucking hate their guts. Now, I never had any memory issues. I didn't lose my memory because of being mugged. No, I still remember finishing work, ringing John Cabino, then going down and catching the tram because... So I can give you the whole list of what I was doing right up until when I was mugged right there as I walked past Dimitri's. I can still remember walking past Dimitri's and I got the pain of being hit to the back, and then again I fell to my right side, and then as I was round, a guy was standing on my face. I can tell you exactly what happened until I finally blacked out and woke up in St. Vincent's Hospital. There's no memory issues. There's that short period of being in a coma, and I keep telling my mother this. It's in every document I've read, in all my medical documents from the moment I was mugged, it says Justin's partner, Justin's mother, Justin's partner, Justin's mother. I'm like, this is getting ridiculous. Justin is the person that should be talking for himself. Okay? I'm the person that medical practitioners should have got information from, and they didn't. And it's been going back and forth for years, causing me damage, costing me money. It's not, oh, Justin, he doesn't remember he spent it. My mum's a fucking little scammer. You know, in 2017, my mother walked into my apartment, run her finger along the marble top commode that I've had since 2005, and said, oh, this is nice. This is lovely. Is it new? Fuck off, you low. I hate her. I hate her. We've never been close. She's a scammer. She's a scammer that is getting away with these scams. And both her and her sisters are always doing scams. And they're a group of women that look at the legal system in Australia and think, we're not going to go to jail. We won't get arrested. We've never been arrested. No accountability. So with all this background, in 2014, I walked straight up to Michelle Rodriguez and go, oh, I envisioned you. No, I didn't. I knew that was Michelle Rodriguez. I gave a description of Dad's father. My dad's father had thick black curly hair, or frizzy hair and table hair to the day he died. That's him here on the boat here. He had dark olive skin. He was a wog looking guy. Like he was ethnic. That's Dad's father there. It's not actually the best because it's black and white photo, but Dad's got plenty of photos of his dad. I've got photos of him at I've got a few photos of Pop, Stanley Fleming. I've got photos of him at my parents' wedding in 1977 as well. So, I gave the description. So I walked up to Michelle Rodriguez and said, I thought you would have like dark olive skin and like a black. I gave a description of my dad's father, being a smartass. Then we're doing a neuropsych report and he said, I need you to repeat back a group of words for me. Pencil, chair, bell, well, teacher, hammer. You see, I know the words off by heart because I've still got a really good memory. There's nothing wrong with my short-term or long-term memory. I've just got, there's things that will cause a cognitive issue, which is pretty much a migraine. So if I've got a brain fog because of a migraine, I'm not going to respond back fast because of the pain. It's the pain. It's, oh my God, the fucking migraine, the migraine. So I can't think on my feet. And I'm older. I feel like shit like I do today. It's like, I don't feel like talking or responding to your questions. So this is the shit that he was going. So I can't believe, he was literally just asking a group of questions like, axe, hammer, wheelbarrow, things like this. It's I literally gave you what he asked me. Teacher, it was pencil, chair, wheel, hammer, desk, teacher. These are things they gave me. These are words he gave me to repeat back. I'm like, no, I forgot. Short-term memory loss. I was like, fuck you. I felt like he was treating me like I was mentally retarded. I'm sitting there thinking, I'm not mentally retarded. What the fuck's going on here? Then he literally gave me these plastic blocks that were half white and half purple and tells me to make him into shapes. I'm like, the fuck? Do I look like I'm mentally retarded? I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Make that into a triangle. Which is the most simplest thing. I went, no. So I was fuming. I walked out fuming going, you fucking piece of shit. That's just bullshit. I was angry as hell. Now, jump back. My mother's doing bullshit at the Freemason Nursing Home, Moonby House. We're there visiting Lola May Purdy, her mother who's from Leichhardt and moved to the suburbs of Sydney in 1962. And then my mum and my mum's sisters forced her to move to New England in 2005. Yes, my memory is perfect. My mum's memory isn't, because my mum's a deadbeat loser, like her sisters. Well, she just makes up stories. So I'm there visiting Nan. I'm with Giovanni Consalvo, my partner. And Mum goes, come in here. This guy in the kitchen, he's a cook, he remembers you. I'm like, from where? From here. So I walked, I said, how do we know each other? Because we've never met before in my life. And he goes, oh, from when you used to come here and pick your dad up from work. I went, okay. I walked, I said, we've never spoken a word in our life. You don't know me. You know Daniel Rackley. And I said, Mum, he's talking about Daniel. Then my mother goes, he doesn't remember. He's had brain damage. My mum's a scammer, guys. She's a scam artist. She literally is like, I went, fuck this. I sat back with Nan and Jerry. She was like, what's going on? I said, oh, Mum's doing her fucking scams again. Mum's up to her same bullshit scamming again. So what do you mean? It's like, oh. So clearly he's talking about Daniel Rackley. So Mum goes, you've been here. I said, Mum goes, you were here, you came here for a fake when we first moved here. I'm like, yes, Carol, I was 10. This guy's talking about a teenager driving here, picking his dad up from work. You divorced Mark Rackley in 1995. Then why would I be here on P plates? Number one, I wasn't living here in 96 until the end of 96, so we're going to go 97. Okay, so why would I be driving to this area, hanging out with all these nurses and social workers and other fucking deadbeat cannabis smoking fuckwits, waiting for my dad to finish work when Mark Rackley, number one, is not my dad. Number two, I never had anything to do with him when you were married. Why would I affiliate with him after you're divorced in 95? Because clearly they're talking about, like, you know, in the late 90s. Clearly this guy is talking about Daniel Rackley, who moved to Tamworth in 95 and lived and socialised with his father. Okay? So I wasn't even here, and they're going, oh yeah, because Justin used to be here at the nursing home. I'm like, I wasn't. Daniel was. I wasn't. Rackley was. Yeah. So mum's up to her same scams again. She's always a scammer because she knows she can walk away and New South Wales police don't arrest her. I've watched mum do it my entire life. Carol Purdy's done it. Robin Purdy's done it. Marion Purdy's done it. You want the married names? Carol's first husband's Fleming, so my mother went from Carol Purdy to Carol Fleming, then from Carol Fleming to Carol Rackley. Now she's gone back to a maiden name Purdy. Robin Purdy, her husband's name was Childs, so she's Robin Childs. And Mary Ann Purdy, her husband's Mihalski, so it's Mary Mihalski. Yeah, all scammers. You thought you could use my misfortune of being mugged after work. What they did was they prevented my return to work at Star Casino. Cost me salary, cost me money, cost me assets, cost me belongings, and they've done a scam for the past fucking 11 years. As for me, I did walk up to Lavinia and pretend I don't remember you. Yeah, of course I remember you. Your name was Lavinia. I met you down near the East Sydney Hotel. In 2017, you were talking to a guy called Craig. He was like a thin praying mantis, white skin, red freckled skin, red hair. And it was down the corner of... So here we go. Yeah, I can give you details. So corner of near Crown Street and Cathedral Street back in 2017. And you look like some fucking loser social worker that comes up to me and my dog. So I play a prank on you. I saw you about a day or 2 days after that. You walked up to me again to see who I was, and I pretended I didn't recognise your face, and I've never met you before. It was a prank. And then I said, but you remind me of my Nana Ruby. No, you don't. My Nana Ruby has blue eyes and a hook nose and curly hair. Okay? And great calf muscles. My Nana Ruby, hey, fantastic. I wish I got her calf muscles. Great legs, my Nana. So no, you don't. So then I played a prank on you, Lavinia, and every time I walked up to you, I went, oh my God, hi, Nana Ruby. I've got issues. I'm mentally retarded because you guys, I did this and I told Giovanni, Craig and Salvo that I will be doing this. We discussed this back on the 1st of January in 2016 outside of Bill's on Crown Street in Surrey Hills. And that's because my fuckwit mother and these other little scammers behind my back were doing their little scams. And I had organisations breaking privacy laws in my life and they wouldn't stop. I told them several times to stop. You got wrong information corrected. They wouldn't. That's why I did it. Now, Giovanni knew about it because we discussed it. We planned it out. We plotted this out. I said, well, the only way to get back to these organisations is to fuck them up. That's what happened. Okay? Now, we can keep going around this circle, but I'm going to be very blunt to you people, groups and organisations. You do owe me the savings I had. As for my fuckwit mother going, he owes me money. No, my mother did a scam, which was preventing me from moving to America. So I was trying to move to America and all my belongings was in storage. Now, she said she'll pay the insurance on my belongings for when they arrive in America, so if there's anything broken. Well, there was a lot of things broken and missing when I arrived there, same as what's come back. And basically, so I called them up. They weren't going to pay for anything that was broken. And I said, well, their mum can get her insurance money that she paid back then. If you're not going to, they weren't going to warrant the insurance. And so I rang mum and said, you can get your money back. They're not going to warrant the insurance. And she goes, oh, let it go. Don't worry about it. You don't have to pay me that money back. I'm like, okay. Well, you can easily get it back from the company that delivered my belongings because they said they weren't going to honour the insurance, which means you've paid the insurance on my belongings, so you can actually get it back. No, don't worry about it. Go live your life. I was like, all right. Now, mum owes me for the damages that what she's caused with little scams. I still had well over $200,000 in the bank. I've got my bank statements. I don't have any memory issues at all. except for me playing pranks on people. Now, if I know you, believe me, I know you. And Tara Swain, you look like a fucking idiot. You got yourself caught up in mum's scam, Tara Swain. Tara Swain, you were only at our high school for 2 years. Okay? You think I couldn't recognize you? And I'll say this, we haven't been in touch for over 30 years. 31 years to be exact. So we all change. Okay? And look different. I'm 47. So if I've bumped into you 30 years later and we don't recognize each other, or you recognize me because you've seen photos of me on social media, then yeah. I mean, you could have just walked up and went, oh my God, Justin Fleming. It's not Justin Bracken, you know that. And introduce yourself instead of being part of my mother's scams. Okay? I feel sorry for you people that my mother did this to you, but you could have easily contacted me personally. And that also means Sean Mason. Okay, that also means the whole good group of friends that I had. And I'll tell you guys as well from Lady Rosebery College. A lot of you don't know me because you described Justin Pascoe. The description was very clearly Justin Pascoe. And then I put photos of myself up on social media. And you people go, that's not him. I'm like, that's me. The photos of me. I can show you photos of me in every photo. I don't have any of these health issues that my mother and my mother's sister, Robin Childs, tried to scam. So I want to see them charged for it because I went to this amount of work to get my mother and her sisters arrested. I want to see the scamming Robin Childs' daughter, Christy Childs, my mother. I went to that much work. That tells you how much I hate their fucking guts and have always hated their guts. Okay? They're scammers that scam these little mental health fucking working systems. That's where they get their jobs. They're just lowy pieces of shit.